All right, Texas Dave finally here. Yeah, and me too. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we're both.
Can't
Well, that was
forget.
short. Oh,
Okay,
that got
that's
that
that.
that that got her attention.
Well, let's
You'll
do it
have to,
again then.
yeah, that works.
Yeah, you could blame Doc Blaylock for that one. He's the one that
Oh,
pushed that.
is that who did it?
Yeah, yeah. And I heard
Ah,
something that sounded just like that, and I was like, maybe that's where
right.
he got that. I don't know the actual
Ah,
sound.
ah.
Uh, yeah, Maya was in your lap, huh? And when
Yeah, she was a bit
wouldn't let
earlier
you
on,
up. Okay, all right. Well,
and also I was just catching up on a TV episode of something else. Hi, Shadow.
hello, gentlemen.
There's Dave. All right, you still hung out. Thank you, sir.
I'm back.
Oh yeah, he just got here. It was that
Yes, I did.
Maya wouldn't let him up.
And
Yeah,
Well, Dave said he was running a little late, and I was like, "That's okay." So was Rex. So
Yeah, I was.
yeah.
Yep.
It kind of worked out. It kind of worked out. So we're all right.
Going against the grain is the best way to cut a steak.
yes, it is.
Yeah, I believe so.
And
Yeah,
and why is that? I mean, I
makes
know
it
that, but why
it,
is that?
it
You go.
makes it more tender when you chew it.
Hmm,
Ooh,
If you cut with the grain, it's stringy. It's harder to chew.
makes sense to
yes,
me.
right.
Hmm.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
guess going against the grain kind of cuts up the. Wait a minute. Let me. What do I want to say? Going against the grain kind of breaks down the fibers
Yes.
and makes it unravel better in your mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Kind
you
of
get
like
that flavor release
Yeah.
yes.
as
But
well, I would
yeah,
say. Yeah.
the big part is it like weakens the connections between the muscle tissue. So
Oh, the
and just
link wasn't opening again for you on Chrome. They're having a
I
problem.
don't know
And
what
I,
yeah, I don't know what's going on with Chrome lately, dude. Last week I
yeah,
was fine. The week
and I
before
appreciate that,
I
Dave, you
couldn't get
letting us
in.
know. Yeah.
Oh,
I
you got my
appreciate you.
message there.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah. Let's see. I think Rick's got lost on the way to his streaming room. You know, it seems like a Monday. It has all day long. I had to ask someone earlier if it was Tuesday in the UK.
All right.
Yeah.
It's definitely Tuesday.
It's definitely Tuesday, Rex. Yes. Please don't
Yeah. Yeah.
make me have
Well,
a second
see,
Tuesday this week.
Shadowhack had faith,
Hmm.
and especially with the going against the grain. Today just went against the grain, didn't it? Hopefully, it didn't rub anybody the wrong way. Rex should add you as an. I already have
Ah,
Yeah, you'll see in the comments. I explain
eons
that.
ago.
I
Yeah.
I explain that as well.
all
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind
Still
of
got a
thought.
couple of
Yeah.
components to complete my setup, and then
hmm hmm Well, I'm doing them in order, which is like going against the grain because usually I go backwards.
You do.
Yeah. And I do tend to invert things backwards, Texas Day.
Hmm.
Uh, like Christmas and Mary. Although I don't think I've ever done that one. There's just certain things that I will say like "Day Happy" or I can't tell
Christmas,
you why.
right?
Well, no, I think I can tell you why. It's because I I think about it and I verbally I skip to the last word.
Right.
I'm thinking ahead of time. I'm always thinking, few steps, ahead.
Hmm.
Uh, no comment. Good evening. Good evening. See, Katie made it on time.
Hey, Katie.
You know, I mean, as far as after we got started, she doesn't waste her time and come in
I noticed
early.
what tree goblin put. My cats hate that.
Oh, my
noise.
cat's hurt. Yeah,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
well, and he's
Yeah.
talking about my choppy ass theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate
Oh,
it in the morning too.
Come
I
on.
mean, Doc put the most irritating thing on there.
Yeah. It certainly
Well,
gets Maya's attention when you
He
do
needs
that.
to redo me one. Yeah. Well, you know, that does it, but certain sounds will get Abby's attention.
Yeah.
Katie's being redundant. She says evening all, and then she singles somebody out.
Yeah.
Now is that redundant?
I do the same thing.
Did you see the video Manticore made? It's awesome. No, I haven't. Was that for his comic?
Oh, for
or was it something different? For
shoot, I forgot.
For
What's the name of his
channel?
comic? It's been so long now. Shit. I'm having a brain fart. You remember the name of his project?
Yeah. Artifice Reanimate.
Artifice, that's it.
Yeah.
God.
It's over on Fund My Comic, unless they took it down.
I swear my brain is turning into Swiss cheese.
Mine did that
I thought I saw some daylight there.
Good Lord.
How was the machinery today? The
Oh, you want to hear a funny story, Rex? You'll probably remember about 6 months ago I told you I had this huge job replacing these bearings on this massive machine.
Oh, I remember that.
And I told him at the time, I said, if we don't fix the problem that's causing the bearings to go bad, these bearings are going to be bad again in no time. Well, we don't have we don't have the time. We don't want to mess with that. We don't want to do all that. So here we are 5 months later, and they're having problems with this machine, and my boss don't want to come to me or my machinist buddy Pete because he knows we've already told him what the problem with the machine is, and that we're just going to tell him the same thing again, and he don't want to hear it. So he calls in my old boss as a consultant, the guy that retired last November, because he's been there for 26 years, so he's an expert in all this crap. He gets in there and after a whole day of fucking around with this machine, comes to me and goes, "Hey, did you just change the bearings on that machine?" I was like, "Yeah, about 5 months ago or so." So we told him at the time that it was pointless changing them if we didn't fix what was going on first. And he just looks at me and he's like, and then he goes and talks to the machinist and he asks him, "Did you guys really tell Leo this 6 months ago?" And fucking Pete's like, "Fuck yeah, we told him. He's an idiot. We did." Me and Pete were fucking sitting in the machine shop today for the last half hour of the day, just laughing our asses off.
I thought that you had, told me, that he was going to do that ahead of time. You wait. He'll come back and,
Oh yeah. I mean, we tried telling
him.
him.
Sure enough, here he is 6 months later. He's coming back and saying,
Well, I mean, it also took by the time I took everything apart, we found the problem, and then I had Pete come over, do a bunch of measurements and all that stuff, and we figured out exactly what had happened. But there was 2 or 3 days in between, the parts coming in, but the plant manager is such a doofus that he wanted that machine up and running again as soon as possible, and damn the consequence. Well, here we are.
Oh, look at that! They put my.
Sorry, I got the neighbor cutting the lawn. I'm gonna mute for a minute.
Okay. I wanted to bring this to your attention, Dave. Thank God you're a breath of fresh air. This is Gray Man. He's streaming now, so we're EFAPing him. But a good friend of the show. Why is it that Darren and all right, take Scotty's comment down and Clone H there in the green shirt under Gray Man? Why do they look like brothers?
They do.
older
Yeah,
UK men that collect comics, they look the same.
they do look similar, don't they?
Yeah.
He looks a little bit like Blue Harvest too, doesn't he?
Ooh. Well, yeah, that's my point. Why do a bunch of them turn out looking the same?
Right. I don't know. Wait,
They
I'm sorry,
look.
Rex. I don't know. Do you know Blue Harvest? He's the
Oh, I
English
do.
cloak
Yeah. I mean,
collector.
Darren and he's a little young. Well, I don't know if he's younger or not because he's salt and pepper guys, But Darren and Clone H there in the green, that don't they look like brothers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look
Except
very
one's got a
similar.
little bit more hair than others. They both got, pretty awesome collections. I'm just
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to show that to you. I thought that was funny. Thank God we've got somebody that broke the mode, although his hairline's about the same as Clone's.
What can I say?
But he's got a super cranium though.
It's been worked on in the past,
He's got what my mother used to call a bowl cut.
That's
He's got a bold cut.
Right, but see, but Dave
Put the
isn't.
bowl on, and you start cutting around the bowl.
Put it
You're
this way,
technically
Rex, this is about the longest you'll see my hair before I get it cut again.
Oh, okay. Now, wait a minute. You're getting ready to go on holiday.
Yeah, not yet.
Well, in May, right? So
Yeah.
So you're letting your hair down before you go all native.
That's
now you're
right.
coming over here to the United States, right? Colorado?
No, Canada.
No, in Canada.
Oh, Canada. Well,
Canada.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I'll drive out and meet Dave somewhere, and
Yeah.
so he's going to be up in Canada.
Until Shadow realized just where I was going to be.
Wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I was like,
Authority
whoops,
number
yeah, no,
28. I'll have to see if I have one of those.
Yeah, I figured I didn't know if Dave was going to make it to the States again anytime soon. I might drive out if he was close, and
if
it turned out, yeah, I mean, not close enough anyway.
Not close enough. Yeah. I didn't even
try. If I ever do in the future, I'll let you know.
God dang it!
In the future.
In the future. Mind you, I am in the future now by 5 hours. Yeah.
Well, thanks to Doc Blaylock and his opener that he made for me, let's see, why don't I just find that and show that? It's been a while since I've shown that.
Why not?
Oh, he's holding up one now that says Serpent Eye. I just wanted to say hi to the guys. I saw that he was streaming. I got distracted. And I first looked on. I was doing research. I was trying to find Manticore's. If Katie had used Manticore's opener yet. And no, she didn't use it on today's video. So I was checking that out to see if she had used it on today's video because I missed, I think, a second or two of it. I think it came in right at opening time. We are at 397 subscribers, over 1,400 videos. Just a channel update since we're going against the grain today. Our viewership, as soon as my slow ass computer brings it up.
You need a fast connection, Rex. That's what you need, a faster
Monday's broadcast, howbeit we did go a little lengthier with yesterday's broadcast.
I was going to say Monday's broadcast is just arriving here in the UK now. Really?
You're kidding?
No, I am.
Okay, because you're blowing my last brain cell right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, Caleb! Oh, overstream. Caleb overstreaming me. He must be. Oh, he's doing his singing. Overstream. Yeah, we gotta leave him a message. I'm gonna say sorry and put a little. He does his Friday. I see in a singing mood, eh? A little frowny face, like I'm sad about it. You get my fingers to work. Overstream. Sorry. In a singing mood, eh? Okay. All right, let me bring that up. So you can see what's going on. He's blathering on, so he hasn't even looked at the chat at this point.
Oh, right.
Oh, dude. Hey, dude, I wish I was over. I wish I had Popeyes. I was going to Popeyes, but I'm out here doing my own thing.
Mama Hawk was talking to me.
Getting soil ready for my garden and shit. I popped in. And then, yeah. And then I had a really bad moment with audio there because StreamDucks on a browser sucks, I guess. I don't know. Do you guys hear the radio?
A little bit.
Good. That's fine. That's fine. We don't want it too much. We want it just in the back. That's what we want. We want it in the back.
There you go.
Too much gets you in trouble. Too much gets you in trouble. Sound good? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, boy. See, that's America. So let's throw that out.
America.
I like my Bluetooth because I can still hear these. These things take up my whole ears, man. I'm not supposed to be out here like that. I need to take a pee. Pee outside.
I didn't take a pee.
Part of me wants to pee outside. Nah, I probably shouldn't. Hold on. I probably shouldn't. Let me fucking take my camera off. You guys can go with me to the bathroom, though.
You follow me to the bathroom. Wow, this is YouTube entertainment for sure.
What in the hell? I thought you had this guy on live. Well, what's going on?
Oh, it is on live. Cool. Yeah. This is Caleb that comes in the chat.
Oh, that's Caleb?
Yeah.
Hey, Caleb.
Yeah.
Sorry. Mama Hawk was talking to me. I had everything muted for a few minutes.
He does drunk streams and sings.
Go. Nothing wrong with that.
And
now it's gone.
Picture of my fucking garden. Yeah, I told you I was going to bring it back.
We hear anything. Sorry about that, Dave.
That was the sound of a fish tank. That was not.
Oh, okay, gurgling. Okay, that in Minecraft.
Hey, you can make the sound effects whatever you want to. Nobody can prove any different. Garden Hawk, no relation to Shadowhawk.
Yeah, Garden Hawk. There you go.
Garden Hawk would probably be.
He will show you how to kill. Okay, all right. So we have the Manticore thing. Thank you, Katie. He just made it today. Okay. Yes. Well, going against the grain, it brings the flavor of the show. I wanted you to hear the dog barking.
Oh, sorry.
No. I think that was on Caleb's side, but it may not. Was it? Oh, was it?
David.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's over here. There.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Quit poking him.
She's playing with Mama. Yeah. No, she's playing with Mama Hawk.
Okay. All right. All the richness is streaming. So that's about doing draw string. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen Richards in a while, man. I mean, he bailed
I
on
could
Pop.
do my own show, or I could, go over there and draw, which I just got up, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, that's that.
Hey, go
They're
on.
doing a little draw. So lots of stream. Is this a freaking Friday? I mean, everybody's streaming. Anyway.
Honey!
All right, so we go over here.
I'll be right back,
and we
guys.
find okay. And
Yeah,
I'm just keying up now Manticore's trailer, and we'll watch Manticore's trailer on. You guessed it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I saw the little turn of the head there.
Oh, yes.
Was that the Rex Hex and Apex I clicked on? I did it so quick. Oh, yeah, maybe it was. Wow, it was a year ago we did that boobs. Wow, I didn't know that. It's been a year since we did boobs, which was Mindy Willer. Wow, that has been a while. We're good. I'm still trying to get the stank off. There we go. That was the link that Apex dropped. No, it's boobies. That's when I broke out the bra for the very first time. And that was a year ago. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, look
Here
at
we
this.
go.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Wait. I'm on another screen. What? What was it?
Oh,
Did you get something in the mail?
yes.
Or
I did.
female? Or female?
I got something in the mail, Rex.
Hey, and I got my name in the book. How about that? All right.
Oh, that's
Check
always
it out,
cool.
boys. This was a guy we had on a couple months back, right? Remember Silverline Comics?
Oh yeah. Roland, his father has since passed away. Recently,
yes,
his
Roland.
parents lived by me. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
beyond
is cool. I like
beyond
it. Wait, bring it back. I want to see it up close. I want to.
Oh, dude, look at shiny.
Oh, so it's a full metal cover. Wow,
full cover.
Wow. Can
Look
we
at
see
that
an
bad boy.
interior page or two?
Sure.
Do a flip.
And for those of you who know, you'll be able to pick out my name in the thank you list.
Oh wow!
But only those who know, Shadow. Only those who know.
Only those who know.
Well, it's too late to get my name in it, but maybe I can pick one up. Maybe Roland has one for me, and he could write my name into it.
Yeah. Hold on, let's find another.
That's cool. So that's number 3.
Did
he say it was going to be full cover?
Yeah. When we had him on, he was talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was some kind of and then remember the second, it was a 2-issue deal. The other one was called Baya.
Oh yeah, Carrie got that one. She was going.
Look at that one, dude.
The pig. Yeah.
That one's full foil too, man. Bam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully, well, you just got yours today. Carrie will be getting hers soon. Cool.
Oh yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, mine
got
was
a sticker. Got a sticker with it.
Yep. Hold on. Let me see.
Came safely in a what?
Package? Yeah, perfectly packaged Gemini mailer.
Okay.
A sticker with each
2
book.
stickers.
Yeah, one with each book. So that was cool.
So what are you gonna do? You gonna put one on the mirror?
Yep, I'll put one on the mirror, and I'll put one of them with the rest of the sticker collection that I have extras of.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. They sent you extra like that. I guess one per book. I don't know.
At some point, I'm gonna start
shiny
putting together when I send people little packages and stuff like I tend to do. I'll start tossing in some extra stickers and stuff. I got a whole stack of really cool Raven stickers too. I'm gonna start sending out different things. Hey,
Okay.
Apex, what's happening, buddy?
Manticore did indeed do a
Yeah.
trailer for Katie. You can put that just up there, and that's dramatic.
Oh, that's cool.
In the cloud. So, Katie, sorry. I had to chop it up. Maya, I apologize. Here we go. We're ready. Let's see. Volume's cranked up. All right. Don't blow me out. I'm going to crank my volume up all the way.
Does anybody else feel like me? Feel like me? I wanna move, but my feet are concrete. I'm alive. So they say what you love, what you dream. She'll paint you scenes like a fairy tale scene. Follow her down the path where the wildflowers lean.
Sounds like Stevie Nicks.
In a world she spins from threads of gold, delicate and serene. Hope that you love what you breathe. She'll paint you scene like a fairy tale scene.
I like the disco at the end.
Yeah, it's cool. Daryl Cookies.
Got the horn section. Very cool. Thank you for sharing that with us.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Dealing with multiple screens here, guys. So give me a second.
Nope. No second for you.
No. Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Apex. Did you end up getting in on that deal, dude? On Beyond the Stars and Baya when we had those guys on.
Yeah, that was Roland. I had met him over on Nerd Bacon.
That's right.
Yeah, and asked him if he wanted to come on. We set it up. We were actually Sunday. We were supposed to have on the couple that does Married Boys. And I don't know if it's that they responded to me.
Monica and Chubb?
I never saw it. Yeah. So
shit, dude, that would have been so much fun. Those guys are nuts.
Well, we'll get them on. We'll get them on. You know, can't wait till Friday now, so Katie can use that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some crazy.
Be warned, Katie can go a few minutes early, more than a few minutes early. If she, you know, and I could too. I went a few minutes late. You know, when you're a moderator, you can. I think somebody yesterday said Rex is God on his channel or something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that was me.
Don't put me in that class. Maybe a fallen god, but you know,
it's your channel. You basically have the power of God on your channel. You can banish people. You can do whatever you want.
And it must be working because we had 63 views yesterday. Average watch time was over 13 minutes, which is not our highest by any, but still decent. I mean, out of the millions of channels.
Now Malin's going to come after me.
And they're what? For what? Oh, godlike.
I said godlike.
Yeah. Well, our views are up 2.2K, so that's over 2,000 views, right? Our watch hours are up 435.6. Our watch time hours. So we're smanging it.
Yeah, all with the help of my cat.
That's right. Without Maya,
absolutely, Maya bringing the heat. Or is she fixed? She's fixed, isn't she? She's not.
What's that?
Maya is fixed, right? What we call fixed. Okay. So she's not in the heat. She's bringing the heat. and John's like, tread carefully. You're talking about my cat, another family member. You don't go around saying, if you're a eunuch, do you?
No.
If you've been fixed. So don't be asking me these personal probing characters about Maya.
Asking these questions about my poor baby.
Now, Texas, you got something in the mail. You said, what was that?
I did, and this
if
is
it's
something.
Cat Lovers magazine, I'm going to smack you.
No, it's not. No,
It's Cat Fancy.
It's something that Shadow, I think, might be envious of, unless he already knows about it.
Oh, probably.
Ooh, Monster Selection. Is that Bernie Wrightson?
Yes.
Steve
Oh,
Niles.
good Lord.
Now
Nice.
I've got to ask, do you know the writer Steve Niles?
I've heard the name, but I'm not too familiar with it.
Okay, but I'm asking Shadow primarily.
All right.
Oh, yeah. And I know Niles from way back in the day. I don't remember. I think it may have been, what was it, early Swamp Thing or something he was on?
Okay. I did not know that. So he goes way, way back then.
Oh, yeah. He worked with Bernie back in the day.
Like when? What
I
era?
like the 70s, I think.
70s. So that would be like Silver Age, according to Mike.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Dude, that shit always confused. I don't want to get in an argument about that shit. I've still never got it straight. I don't know when 1/8
we
started.
actually got in a discussion about that over on Apexes, and he apologized the next day. He said, "I'm sorry, I called you an asshole or something."
Oh, I know, dude. You guys got into it for a minute, man. That was crazy.
I didn't even hear you say that. So I said, "It's all good, Mike. You know, we were just talking about, we were having a good heated debate about." And Gable was eating it up. He was like, "Nerd talk." Yes, you know.
Well, Rex, it was pretty funny because you're like, "I'm sorry, Mike, but you're wrong."
Yeah, I often don't say, and I gave a reason. I gave a reason why I thought he was wrong. Right, that sometimes it does. I can say till I'm blue in the face that Wolverine's first appearance in 180 is actually by criteria a first appearance, and even more so with Cable, who's on multiple pages and multiple with multiple word balloons, and Strife, because he makes his first appearance in that issue right before. And if that's not first appearance for both those characters, then I'm a Looney Tunes. And
and that's a bunch of bullshit too.
And
they call
collectors
that
want the character on the cover. So instead of his first appearance, they say, okay, this is his true first full appearance.
Well, it's really easy. Just differentiate it. First appearance in comics is such and such. First appearance on a cover is such and such. No, you know.
And, right. Yeah, right. You make a distinction, you know. And since we're not deviating from the subject, I did buy a first appearance of Wolverine. Would you like to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me bring it up here and share screen. You may be shocked by this. That's fine.
Knowing Rex, anything's possible.
Nothing surprises me with Rex anymore.
The Mighty Thor 229.
Wow, 25 center. That's an oldie.
That is an
oldie. And in fifth grade, I had this cover on one of those Trapper Keeper or whatever, you know, the cardboard.
Yeah.
Why is this the first appearance of Wolverine? Because it's one of 3, including Daredevil 115 and another issue. This was the only one I didn't have of Wolverine in an ad. that he was
Yeah.
going to be in Hulk 180.
Oh, really?
That's right.
So true first
So
appearance.
technically, this is his very first appearance.
Printed right. Yeah.
But the advertisement's missing, Rex. That's what it says.
Oh no!
Does it? Oh, somebody cut
Right.
it out. Oh,
Oh,
I didn't
no.
notice. You know why I bought this copy over another copy that had the advertisement? Because of condition.
Ah.
Oh crap. I
Mm.
could probably go, no. Okay.
It does say it's
Yeah,
missing.
I might have to
It does say
change
it
my mind.
clearly.
I
Right?
hate to do that, but I would have to change my mind on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that later. But
Don't you hate when that kind of shit happens?
yeah, that. Thanks for showing me that. I didn't even read the title. Well, Mr. But it was early. I was tired. That's my excuse. Trust me, I was.
That's always your excuse. Mr. Streaming 23 hours a day.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, Shadow.
I do. He's got a couple of years on me, and he can outstream me any day of the week, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're freaking working a hard job. That would be like that's why I was late. It was like bam, I was out like a light once I finally tried to lay down and get, I was.
Yeah. Well, that's what I figured. You can see one of my last chats and stream was like, well, I called him again, and rather than answering if it woke him up, he's probably going straight for the computer. And sure enough, within about 10 minutes, you showed up.
Yeah, and I don't even know where my phone is. It probably wasn't even in hearing
distance.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's But,
well, dude, it's funny as hell. The one time you would, I forget what happened. I think you fell asleep on the stream or something.
I will be no time.
Well, you had a chair stream going on, and I was like, well, I better try to call him and get him back on camera. And I call your phone and it starts ringing and it's right there next to your computer. We could see it on the camera. I'm like, well, that's not going to do any good.
I think I must have went to work, and probably left my phone at home.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, you took off and went to work. If I did
a chair stream, I was actually left it running while I was at work.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, I would come in and say, "That's all, folks," and shut it down, or whatever.
That's right. Yeah. I think that's what it was. It was like one of the first times you pulled that move or whatever, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and that's bad because I go all the way. Normally, I go all the way over to Wynn, which is like an hour away from here. Which within an hour, well, yeah, by the time it is about an hour because I have to cross town again. Because I'm going to. I'm more southward than our headquarters. I had to go up north almost to the city limits, within a few miles of the actual city limits to, pick up the truck and whatnot. And then I had to drive across town again, which takes about 15 minutes, depending on traffic lights and whatnot, just to get out of town, And so with that, 15 minutes going across, it's about, if I was like here at the house and left here at the house, I'm closer to where Wynn is. I could probably make it in 45 minutes doing if I sped, but I don't speed, especially at night when animals can jump out in front of you like deer.
Oh, dude, shit. Yeah,
and
I just had
I'm not,
a big old deer.
That job's not worth me getting a ticket for. So I used to speed, but not anymore. I was just, I reckoned that's a Southern term. I reckoned, hey man, I'm just cutting off money off my paycheck by speeding, and I'm taking a risk for the company, and a risk of wrecking the truck. So it's like, and believe me, there's some nights I want to get home as quick as possible. After a long night, it's like, God, this drive back is the hardest part because it's so slow. But it's been faster. It's funnier because it's faster than I've ever moved because I only drive top speed. I think I average about 12 and a half miles an hour.
Yeah, when you're spraying.
That's slow.
Yeah, that's like not even touching the gas
I mean,
pedal.
I'm keeping it at 14, but somehow with the stop signs and the braking and stuff, I average about, which is, I think it's a good average, 12 and a half, but usually it'll show you on there what you averaged. And I usually look at that and it's about 12 and a half every night.
Yeah.
Which means I'm at
So, I mean,
a steady 14.
like you're saying, though, you're going through neighborhoods and all that, so you got to account for stop signs. And
they're like, oh, you could actually, then go about 16 miles an hour. No, not really. You can't go by the average. If I go 16 miles an hour, I might as well not be doing it because it's ineffective. That chemicals, it has to have so much concentration.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to go 14 or below. Now, when we had stronger chemical Melithon, and I knew what it was just from the smell of it because we used it when I was a kid. And once you smelled Melithon, you know what it is. It's very strong. And in fact, it's against the law, at least in Florida, or was, a few years ago, I know, and I bet it still is, to double spray that stuff. If we had a cove, we had to drive into the end of it and then smoke our way instead of smoking our way in and out. We could only do it once. We had to drain the tanks every night or it would eat up the plastic lines. That's how strong it is.
No.
So
yeah, you remember the old I think they were propane powered. They were the yard smokers where you could actually hook up, a tank to this little handheld thing.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah.
Hose down your whole yard. My dad had one of those, dude, and that's what he used to use was that. And I know exactly the smell you're talking about.
Yeah.
But dude, I'll tell you what, 4th of July, he'd break that thing out. He'd walk one time around the perimeter of the yard. And then we'd be outside all night, never one mosquito, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna kill everything. Everything.
Yeah, not just everything. It probably shortened my life as well.
Yeah, well, you were aiming for that anyway. So, I mean, maybe not at the time, but I know now you're kind of a fatalist. You're like, Lord, just take me now.
Well, I mean, when you're in pain every day, it gets old after a while, dude.
Yeah, that's a good way to clear your debt. Just die.
Well, if I ever get a diagnosis that I'm going out, man, I'm going to go just charge the shit out of them credit cards.
You're going to go Risey Lee, aren't you? Yeah. Thank you, Caleb. Appreciate that, Caleb. Look at that. He's doing his own stream. He's gardening outside, and he's still got time to come and drop the link.
Hey, okay.
The
Garden Hawk. I like it.
The campaign is out. Had to wait for it to come up. $3,235.
Woohoo!
Now to unlock the magnet was, if you remember, was $3,050.
Right. So how far are we from?
I don't know. I haven't said it, but Justin's like, do you want to sell some stuff? He's like, really sets the okay, well let's see the increment he did there between the first two, shall we?
Yeah.
The first increment, I actually had him take off $200 because Elsie bought that one page from Grave Tales.
Right.
Which turned out to be the first appearance of Bog in print, besides the cover, of course, on Dillard's cover. And he's just a shrub back there. You can't see any of him. He's a shrub. Yeah. So it was $2,500.
Oh, shit.
Or you tell me how this works on Stretch Goes.
Okay.
It was $2,500, and do they get lengthier as it goes by, or do they get shorter and shorter, or do they have the same amount in between them?
I think it really just depends on the campaign and like with Ethan and like Art to Bear, different people like that I've been supporting for a while.
Yeah.
Like if they're doing really well,
Yeah.
they'll drop that stretch
Like
goal
every
level.
10,000, every
Yeah.
10,000 on some. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, at our level, I would say, like $1,000 or so, maybe 1,500 would be
Okay.
like,
So he set it at 700. Let's see. Yes, $750 in between
okay.
the
Well,
first.
that's reasonable for the first
Yeah,
stretch goal.
but then that was knocked down when LZ bought. I told him to take $200 off that, and Dustin actually was like, "You want to sell some bush and stretch it?" It's like, wow, $750 between stretch goals seems a lot, you know.
Right.
But we unlocked it. So if we're okay, so like I said, $3,050.
So was the next one 1,500? When was the next one?
I'm going to give everybody a break and say 3,500. How about that?
There you go.
And we're at 32.35 right now.
32.35. So another
less than $300.
$265. People, we're almost there.
Yeah.
Come on,
I think
digging them
that's
couches, buying
fair.
some
Now that'll
change.
probably draw Justin,
Clean out your car. You got at least a couple of bucks and change on the floor of your car.
You can buy Abby a meal for $2. You can contribute $1 like I did to the campaign.
Buy Abby a doggy meal. It's only $2.
Yeah. I was so chintzy I didn't buy Abby a meal. But I buy her meals all the time.
Bastard.
I know. Oh, somebody's phone. Or probably vibrating.
Spam call. Spam call.
That's a Svengali.
Of course. It's like they have some kind of radar. It's like, oh, Shadowhawk's streaming. Time to call him and annoy him.
All right. All right. I have to let Abby out. I'll be clear and concise with that. Can you guys carry on the conversation, or?
Yeah, of course we can.
No, Dave and I are just going to sit here and stare at each other.
Okay, let's check Hockey's then.
All right, let's check Hockey's campaign,
which is short.
The newest in growing trends amongst the young people is the popularity of jazz music. And with this comes the line of places to enjoy this music. And one such place is Club Trio. The ladies' new flapper dresses.
Is that Dillard doing the voiceover on this?
No.
Sounds like
a murder has happened at the new Club Trio. Details have not been released to the press, but police have assured us that there is a number one priority to
I don't think he could do that. No.
My name is Jenny.
I
bought this old dress from
couple of lines
shop.
sounded a lot like Dillard.
See where you
imagine my
I
shop
can see
when
why
I wear
you
it.
would say that.
I end up at a jazz hall in the 1920s. But this isn't the only thing. Someone has been murdered. I don't know who it is or how it happens, but I may be the only person who can stop it.
I wonder if this is Hockey's. I wonder if this is Hockey's wife's or one of his daughters doing the voiceover.
Oh man! Did you say wives? Hockey's got more than one?
No, wife. Yeah. I don't know. He could be a polygamist. We just don't really know.
Well, that's true. I mean, he is all the way over there in Aussie land.
Yeah, and they are all criminals, and he will confirm that.
Or they threw them all out of England.
Criminal stock, shall we say that? Criminal stock.
The finest criminal stock.
Well, of course. Pardon me. Do you have some Grey Poupon? Curiosities and Oddities.
No, give me your
wallet. The Dress, 24-page comic about a woman who uses a magical dress to try, and his magic is part of Hockey's universe. He's slowly building to travel back in time to stop a murder. $1,135, 33 backers. I do plan to back this, and I did give him my story idea, and he thought it was brilliant. My words, not his. And I didn't even give him the details of it. But yeah, I've got a good story in mind for the, and since he is going to break it up and do smaller stories, maybe I can write one and he can sandwich me in between his genius. Man, I mean, I've been working on references. I've been doing research and references for just an update to my campaign. How are the 9-page story coming along that I'm working on now? It's coming along swimmingly. Has the physical artwork or some of the digital stuff or whatever is going to be done to it been put down? No, but I'm doing a lot of research and it will be awesome. It will have some awesome stuff.
Awesome.
Now, I'm waffling whether to include, and I wasn't sure.
Don't say waffles. Now you're making me hungry.
With syrup. Oh, darn, I didn't pick up syrup.
Damn.
I'll have to get syrup the next day. My stupid telephone, it's down right now. Did you get my text earlier?
Me?
Yeah. At work?
Don't.
Because I was asking you what time you took your lunch. At 11 today?
Oh, no, I didn't. It never even came through, Rex.
I was going to call you. Yeah, I mean, right after that, I thought it did. And right after that, I went and got a telephone re-up, for more time, to cover me through this next month coming up.
Yeah, put more minutes on you.
And I still have minutes. I still have days and days left because it takes me on up into mid-May. But I said, well, I'm going to have to get one anyway. So I got a card for, and my phone's not having service right now. But it does that from time to time.
Oh, hey, else.
I lose service and then it'll come back. Sometimes 2-3 days later.
Well, dude, normally, like when I call you,
hey, Elsie,
it usually goes either straight to voicemail or it says this person is not in service right now. And then I'll call back again. And it'll either give me the same message or it'll go to voicemail. And then
Elsie
by the third time I call back.
Elsie called me yesterday and it rang. Yeah, but it rang. You tried 4 times and on the 4th time I picked up?
No. That was a different time.
That was a different time, yeah.
4 times and it went straight to voicemail.
Yeah, but not at that time, not the time that I picked up,
yeah.
Right?
No, not that time.
I might have been sleeping or just
well, dude, out of all the times that I've called you, Rex, which has been many, multiple, I think you probably only picked up like under 10 times.
Well, I know it doesn't ring sometimes. It's a crapshoot. It
depends what your settings are, Rex.
Now I have something to show, which is I've been doing some cleaning, some Charlton. Elsie and I were talking about this the other day. Charlton production artwork, and this is the stuff from you can see they colored that little head there. Often they would reuse this if I remember rightly. Come on back, potato can.
Oh my.
I'm fuzzy now. There we go. This artwork was used in the 60s and it's 60 cents. So this is late 70s, early 80s. Let's see if it's got a date here. Yeah, 82. So they used the original artwork. This is some of the last stuff that Charlton did because Charlton ran up to, I don't know, about mid 80s. And then they were bought out by DC Comics, right? I guess. Because they bought all the Watchmen characters, right? Which DC was publishing, I think. Or Charlton at one time. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. Anyway, Charlton didn't. They went under in the 80s. Let's put it that way. And I really like this piece, and I'll tell you why. Because it deals with two themes of the 60s. War, and more specifically the Vietnam War that was going on at the time. This is an older piece than that one. That one was late 70s, well, 1982. The soldier in Vietnam says, "Go ahead, son, cry. Your family, your village wiped out by the Cong. If you hadn't arrived when we did, they had gotten you too. I wish all those who call us whatever they do, I wish they could talk to me. I'd tell them why we're here. Don't miss this one. The answers to the questions the whole world is asking. You must read The Bully." And so this is like, I guess, an untrimmed.
Nice.
But as Elsie says, I will sweeten the pot, the painted piece, to go with it.
Dun.
Bum, 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 a diptych.
Hey, watch your language, mister.
There, I said it.
Trying to get us struck.
And that, I think that's the same one that did this one, Rocky Masterio, Pencils and Inks Match Pair. And this one even had what I gave for it there, $200. So $100 for this one and $100 for that one. That was a little notation. This is Fighting Army number 67 from 1965. And do we have a month? February. So this was before I was born.
Wow.
Rick, actually, those have probably over doubled in price. I've seen the same type.
Well, it's unusual that I really know unless I remember what I gave for them. But there you go, $200. Sure. So that's the painted piece, and then the.
I would bear to venture most of the ones we have, we paid at least $100 for, not $200.
Yeah,
and then special ones for even more.
Ooh, a triptych of the same cover, and here's the painted piece. So we got German swastika. It says "Superman Go Home" on the cover.
Superman ain't going home.
So yeah, if I gave $100 for this, then and $300, it's probably
if that's not what
I might have.
Hold on to it, brother.
It's probably worth at least $600 now, dude.
I said if it didn't, keep it, because I'll take it for that.
Well, Superman Go Home, with swastika and Germans. I mean, it's just a
dude. That's I mean, that right there is a selling point for that one.
Oh yeah.
Superman in there, Superman,
and that what was the date on that? Was that before Superman debuted?
Oh no! This would have been about 1965.
Wow. Okay. All right. Never mind. I thought that was probably a little older.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 58 years old, and this stuff was at this time up until like 1982. Garbage. They threw this stuff away. They shredded it. They burned it. They whatever. It didn't survive. And to have not one is amazing, but to have two is great, and to have three is just
a home run.
And I've got in the Adler collection, I've got the only one that has all 5 pieces. It was the only one. That was one early one I bought. I said, I got to have that, where it just shows you the whole process. Now in that there are different. Yeah. Now, these are actual books. These aren't file copies, but this might be actually another one that I might not even have the stuff to, but he had as production artwork. So there's Fighting Army in Charlton. That's a book. And then here's a book.
Nice book.
We're talking about approximately the same. But to that one, I did have the diptych.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I got an example of the book. I like to get an example of the book to the stuff that I have. Here's the approval cover and the untrimmed approval cover. and you can see color variations sometimes in this stuff.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. And I really like this one because I like snow type stuff. So we have the approval cover, we have the untrimmed approval cover, and we have the painted piece, which has like commandos skiing down a hill. And then we also have like a bazooka up against a tank there.
So since you really love the snowy stuff so much, Rex, I guess you're a big fan of, what was that, Alpha Flight number 3?
John Byrne. Absolutely. I bought that when it came out. Yeah.
And Snowbird is just under the snow for the first like 3 pages of the book.
I remember that one.
Don't hate on the word balloons. You know.
That was just the biggest finger flip to Marvel that I've ever seen, dude. John Byrne was just like, fuck you.
I don't know how they did the page right, you know. You know what? I mean, he probably did that as a joke because he was probably snowed under. See what I did there? He was probably snowed under with work at that point, right? He was probably doing Alpha Flight. He was doing X-Men. He was doing
dude, yeah, he was doing
Fantastic Four. I don't know. He's doing like
and
3 major books.
That was shortly before he left Marvel and stuff and went all indie. You know, he started going Dark Horse and what was that?
Oh yeah,
who else?
Yeah, that's when he did Next Men over there at Dark Horse.
Yeah, Next Men
and Lab Rats.
Got some of those Next Men, yeah.
Was it John Byrne that did Babe? Or, no.
And he did Babe. Yep, he did.
Yeah, Babe was
Babe
was Byrne. Yeah. That was kind of like a finger flip for the She-Hulk stuff. He's like, yeah, I can still sell cheesecake. Watch this.
By the way, Rex, would you like to see a British war comic?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is from 1975.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Warlord.
For Dave.
Union Jack Jackson.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Union Jack Jackson. Wow.
I like that name.
Yeah. He's back. He's back.
Now in America, he would be black though with a name
non-glossy
like
cover, like a newspaper.
Yeah.
Can you find anything like that, Dave?
What's that?
Can you find anything like that around where you're at?
Of course.
Yeah, you can still find these.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean.
See, it's not stapled. It's not stapled. That's what's amazing.
Oh wow! It's just
stuff
loose.
could get lost,
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's not stapled.
Great.
It's just folded. Now,
That's
would this
amazing.
been put
I
out
didn't even
in a
know they did that.
newspaper? Would this been put out just like that, or in a
Yeah,
newspaper?
it's just new.
Yeah, it was probably. Yeah, it was probably like a Sunday stuffy, where they put in all the ads in the newspaper.
Yeah, but he's saying that they just released it like this, so it was never stapled, huh? It's
No,
just
it was just sort of like binded together just slightly at the edge. So the pages don't.
What keeps it together?
It's just the way. I think it's just the edge of it. They've kind of compressed it.
Well,
I mean, basically folded it, compressed it, and then they released it like that with no staples. That's amazing.
So you would, in publishing, Rex, I forget what they used to call that, but they used to have like a bunch of little needles that would go through the page.
Pinholes. Yeah, at the bottom. Yeah. But that didn't keep the book together. Well, I mean, they might stick.
Well, have you seen the new staplers they have now? They only cut like 3/4 of a hole so that like all the little tabs keep the pages together instead of actually using staples.
Wounded
it's weird
British
shit.
troops at the mercy of the Japs. Wow. Force Viper.
See, I guess, Dave, what I was asking you, brother, what kind of a finder's fee would you charge to find me a book similar to that? I like foreign books.
Well, this one, this was like a weekly comic published back in 1975. It's issue number 62. and
Right.
you know, like it was published every week in the UK.
There is British eBay too.
There is. Well, these are actually, I'm actually selling these on behalf of a friend of mine. So,
Oh,
Well,
So
see,
what's-
you would
what-
think that they wouldn't take the of losing some of the guts with people picking it up and might not know it's stapled, and that's just amazing that you would
no,
release
because-
something like that.
because it won't actually come apart because it's kind of like
Oh,
sealed.
okay. So there's got to be some adherence, some glue there.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
But
So.
if you flop it around like that too much, it is going to start to come apart, especially at
Yeah,
that
I mean,
because that's
it's-
50-year-old book.
I wouldn't stretch it too far.
Glue only lasts so long.
What is that going for?
That bit came out.
See, I told you.
Hang on. Let me put it back in.
Whoops.
Let me put it back in.
So wouldn't that
Price
devalue it
just went
right
down
there?
by $5.
I wouldn't even sell like something like that on eBay. I'd be afraid that you'd have to say
I'll buy
it's
it.
coming apart.
No, I'll buy that, dude.
I know
Right.
you'll buy it and you'll hold on to it, but I'm talking selling.
Yeah, well, you tell them that's the way
Well,
it came.
Dave is trying to sell it, and Elsie
No,
is trying to
that's
get a
not how
price.
it came. Not with the pages falling out. He just said it was glued and crimped.
Well, it's kind of glued.
It's kind of glued. So wow, I've never seen anything that hasn't been stapled. That's just kind of crimped and it's got to have a little bit of glue. But after 50 years, it's
Yeah,
well, it was
and do
published in
glue.
1975. So this is 49 years old.
Right.
And glue technology has come a long way in 45 years.
Yes.
That's true. I mean, we had a big
Somebody's
vast
written an address on the back.
when we would produce books like this, and this is one that I made, actually worked on, airline book, you would have a big vast vat, and I, as the cover feeder or some other technician printer in the binder, would take these chips that were about like the size of a domino, and just take a whole bunch of them and put them off in there, and then of course those would melt into like it's a glue that will, once it cools a little bit, will go stringy very easily, cool off very quickly. So it has to be at that temperature to be in liquid form. And we just, would pile chips in there and it would melt and then go through. And there's also a spindle. I have a scar on my nose here. It's very light. But you take this flat, almost like cake-like decorating thing, that's flat that you decorate cakes with the icing. It looks like one of those. This big, long thing,
Right.
It's not sharp, but now it is metal and it has two sharp edges, right? And so I'm scraping towards me and it slips off all that glue that's like and it went boom, hit me. I was good. It didn't put my eye out,
Right.
Didn't hurt my
Have
eye.
you not learned to always cut away from your body, not toward?
Well, you stick your hand into the machinery where that is down below.
No,
and
you
there's
don't.
only one way you can do it. I mean, unless you're trying to throw it back into the machine.
Well, you do that, and then you
I
clean the
learned my
machine
lesson.
up.
I only did it once, but
You
But
probably
you're
didn't
right,
even have no damn safety glasses on either.
all right. While we're talking glue, you've seen my actual. It's numbered number 6, but it's actual number 4 under that title. World's Finest, number 6.
Go lay down.
And it was a stiffer wartime 1942 cardboard cover. And I bought it detached cover because that glue's going to get old. And that thing just probably popped off one day when somebody tried to open it, because it's like 1942. So, but I bought it that way, and I did a research. You could get one graded, and you actually with if it met all the other criteria, you could get as high with a detached cover where the cover is away from the guts of the book. you could actually get a 3.5 under CGC. I was surprised by that. But you could.
The book would probably have to be near mint. Close
But
to it.
I've seen others since then. I've seen at least one other. Mine looks stellar. You know, just like my Fantastic Four annual #1. The only thing wrong with it, pretty much, is that it's missing the back cover. And it looks, if it would be a high grade copy if it didn't have that, you know, missing. And it's great. It's slab 5.5. But I've looked at a bunch of 0.5s. That's almost $1,000 book if you actually had the, well, it'd be over that probably if you had the back cover on it. But it's one of those kind of like that green llama I bought from Robert, you know, that's missing the back cover. It's a much better looking book than what, you know, because it's only missing the back cover. And what am I going to display anyway? How many back covers am I displaying back here? None. Not unless it's really interesting. You know, you display the cover. So why do I care if it's missing the back cover in some instance? If it's a high grade book, and this one just happens to be slab. I mean, that's a book you just don't find out in the wild. I bought it for 110 bucks at my local comic book shop. That's a key issue. Early, 1963 or something?
Yeah.
I think it's a steal for 4.5. It's a great book. And on the back, since it's missing the front cover, you can see the last page of Fantastic Four #1 that's reprinted, which in the notes, they don't even say that it reprints Fantastic Four #1. That's crazy to me. I hate gradings. I hate slab. Shadowhawk doesn't know it, but I really do hate the whole process. But I can see where if you want the maximum money and also to protect key books like Action Comics #1 and some of that stuff that's so rare, I'm for it in that instance. But I really do hate it worse than, but I do have to defend the slabbing because he takes such a hard, if he wouldn't take such a hard line on slabbing, I wouldn't.
In certain cases with very rare books, I can see slabbing it. But comic books are meant to be read, man. That's what. What's the point of having it locked up in a fucking block of plastic and you can't read it?
These have been well read over the years.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And you're gonna read that giant monsters tome that you just showed me. I know you are.
Yeah.
Well, they're a friend. He's selling them for a
enjoy
friend.
the hell out of it. Well, it don't matter. He's still gonna read it while he's got it in his hands. I would.
Yeah, he would if he's got time. You know.
Yeah, I'd make time. It's Bernie Wrightson, dude. I'm reading that motherfucker.
Oh, you're talking about Elsie's book, wait a minute.
No, Dave's book.
Dave's book, but
yeah,
he held up. What he held up was some more
one, Monsters.
How much is that book?
The Monsters collection.
It was about $125.
Oh, so that book's not for sale.
This book's not for sale.
Wow.
That's
these are, but the book's not.
Dave said this one is mine.
Yeah, right.
I've only just.
I don't blame him. Look at that.
So would I.
And that's how you get stuff, I guess.
Dude, look at that thing. That's just. I don't even have to see the interior. I can tell it's already beautiful.
Man,
Show you
the size of it.
That's what she said. Look at the size of it. Look at the size of it.
You know, I've heard that so many times it doesn't even affect me anymore.
I know we're going against the grain a little bit today, but don't get surly. Billy Power Max in the house.
Hey, Billy.
Dad,
look,
is this Yoda writing this?
Yeah,
Dad, she said. Dad, you are. Yeah, you have to hold on, Elsie. I see you with something in your hands, but when I've got him in big and like this, nobody can see him except me. Putting stuff away.
Niles and
Dang. That's so cool.
Okay, I have to let Dave, can you hold that up for a couple minutes? I mean, while
Yeah.
you show us.
What are you trying to kill poor Dave? That book's got to be about 8 pounds, dude. Hey, hold that up for about 20 minutes, could you, Dave?
Yeah, while I let the dog out. Yeah.
Poor arms are gonna pop right out of their sockets like a Lego guy.
See you Saturday. I'll be in touch tomorrow.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's a comedy marathon in Manchester, so I mentioned to Glenn about meeting up because I've not seen him for a bit.
Oh, that's cool. You're gonna meet up with Glenn tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive.
Awesome, bro. Tell him I said hi and love him to death, man.
Gee, and they say I don't read the chat.
I'm gonna drive.
I was looking at. I'm basically looking at Bernie Wrightson here. Sorry. If there's one way to distract Shadowhawk, it's fucking black and white Bernie Wrightson art.
Yeah, this is certainly black and white.
Good God, look at that, man! Look at the way he drew the blinds, the shadows coming across. Fuck, so cool.
Look at it. Look at his hands, dude.
You
can draw anything.
Fucking Bernie could. Oh God, dude.
You can draw hands. You can draw anything, brother.
That was when I was like 10 years old, and the first comic book artist that I ever like realized his name and like went, I gotta get everything this guy does. Was Bernie fucking Wrightson. I saw his Swamp Thing and I was just like, I don't know who this guy is, but he's awesome.
Always looking for him.
Oh, bro. And like I didn't know he had done so much stuff, like in the early days. Like by the time I discovered him, it was probably 77, 78 or something like that.
Yeah.
So he had already been in the business for what, 15, 20 years?
Oh yeah, at least.
Something like that.
Oh, dude.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, Dave, did you get Gary Martin's book? The artist edition, the hardcover, the ink work. Shoot, what's it called? I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was Gary Martin's book. He did a recreation of one of the scenes from Frankenstein, a double-page spread.
I don't think so.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. It's like, and Gary does all of his stuff with a brush. He doesn't use any Copics. He doesn't use any of the, no nib quills, no nothing. It's everything he does is with a brush, and it's crazy fucking good. Damn. How much you say this was, Dave? About 125?
About $125, or about 100, or about just over £100 here.
Just over £100. Wow. Dang. I need one. I need one of these. I need one of these on my bookshelf, so I can just pick it up and thumb through it.
What club do I join?
Damn.
Bernie Wrightson
book. How come we couldn't have like we got a Stephen King book club, for God's sake? Why couldn't we have a Bernie Wrightson book club?
That's right, man. Well, hey, we could come up with it.
Dude, you know what? It's an idea, Els.
Yeah, man.
All right. Let's not talk about it on stream too.
So I'm just showing this off till Rex comes back.
You just keep on showing it off, Dave. I mean, you ain't gonna hear a complaint out of me, bro. It's like my favorite artist on the planet, dude. Like, you ain't gonna hear me complain whatsoever.
You don't even have to worry about Rex. Just keep that book up there, brother.
That's it.
I'm just worried about poor Dave fucking popping his shoulders out of socket, man. That's a big old book.
That you need now.
He's starting to shake. Look at him.
He's doing a pretty good job there. Probably doing better than I could.
Hell, Dave's probably in better shape than me, dude. But
I'm sure he's better in shape than I am. That's for
I'm not doing too bad for my age. I must
this
admit.
dude was in the steppes of Peru like a year ago, man. This guy.
Well, that's actually coming up for 2 years this September.
Is it 2 years already, Dave?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
it'll be 2 years in September.
Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it, buddy?
It sure
Oh,
does.
dude. Hold on. Go back to those dinosaur skeletons. Oh, look at that. The light coming through the rib cage. Oh, that's so cool.
Reverse. You got to think in reverse, brother.
Dude, that's just And everybody
Yeah.
tripped out in the 80s when Frank Miller started doing this kind of shit. He completely stole it from Bernie, man.
He didn't steal nothing from Bernie because Bernie's got his style. He did that black and white. He didn't even need color. Look at that book.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying Frank Miller stole the working black out of white and shit. He just figured out a way to do it easier than what Bernie was doing, so he didn't have to take so much time.
Well, he didn't have to be
But people tripped out about it's the stark, the black and white, and I liked it too. I still do.
Foundation.
But
How about this?
but dude, it's nothing like this. Look at this.
That's
Dude,
awesome, man.
That looks like Rex's page with shoot, what's the stone guy's name?
I don't know, brother, but I can tell you that that's a good drawing. That'd take me. I mean, to do it with that intensity, copying it would take me a month.
Oh, easy, dude. Like I said, in fact, Gary Martin, he did it. He did a recreation. Gary Martin, like, who is a master himself, did a recreation of Bernie Wrightson's double-page spread from Frankenstein. I don't know which one it was, but it's a beautiful page. Took him 120 plus hours
Don't doubt
just on that one piece, dude. That's
it.
24 hours a day. That's 10 11 days.
You, man.
I come in and he's cradling it.
Now
he's bookmarking it. Yeah, we're gonna build that. We're gonna build that physique up before he goes on holiday.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just in case those Canadians get nasty, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, just that poster book. He's like, okay, let me bring this thing in here.
Hey, be careful what you say online. Well, if you're headed to Canada, Dave. Apparently, they've gone way nuts over with their like internet stuff.
You know what's common over here, if you took it over to the UK or some other country, would be kind of
that's my book, Dave.
Rarer over there. And what's commonplace for them over there, it's not worth that much. Over here, it's worth more because we can't get our hands on it. And we got to pay that shipping and everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Sending stuff abroad.
Awesome, Glenn. I can't wait to see him, bro.
It's so expensive.
Yeah. Especially now. And it's only going to keep going up. I think one stamp, just to mail letters, it's like 70 something, going to be 70 something cents. And the value of our dollar is probably less than what a stamp costs now.
Right.
But you know what the great thing about Marvel, DC, Image, all of them doing their stupid ESG and DEI and political bullshit. Nobody wants these new comics. So that means now the back issue market is through the roof, man. People want to buy back issues. They don't want the new shit.
No, that's it.
I'm just saying.
So it's time to start selling them old books, you old boys. You can't hold on. You can't take them with you.
If I'm in the wild, Because books.
I mean, that's fine. I'm trying to get rid of everything I got pretty much in the next 5-6 years. I'm putting everything online, except my artwork and my new CG books. But like all my old DC image, everything, it's all gone.
Well, I'm keeping all my omnibuses and my art books and stuff,
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, I get trade paperbacks and things like that, and have all the essentials and showcases back here, and I just want the material, and those essentials are great because you get to see the line artwork all in black and white.
That's right.
Something you couldn't see with the even the colored versions of it, and generally they're cheaper, and you're getting, that I don't know how many pages, 500 pages of content. I mean, for the price, you can't beat it. And even at
some
that,
of those have gone up in price, though, Rex.
Oh yeah. Some of them went out of print, and even at that, those essentials and showcases ran me $3,000-$4,000 to get like nearly every one of them. And part of that is I had production art that helped make those. And I needed to know what issue. I was doing it for research to find out what was what when I didn't know what it was, and that, and just adding to my collection so that I don't have to go out and buy all those floppies and store them and stuff. So, it's a win-win-win-win-win-win situation in my estimation, and depending on how long the series ran. Like Werewolf by Night is in 2 books. I've read those 2 books, I've read all of them. I think about 42, 43 issues.
Werewolf by Night had a couple decent runs. Just like, Moon Knight's had 5, 6 separate runs now. And all of them.
This was the original run, with the Perlin artwork and a lot of them, and starting out with Mike Plug. It included all that Mike Plug stuff, the early stuff from.
I love all that.
Was it Marvel Spotlight? Was it Marvel Spotlight, or was that Ghost Rider?
Was that?
Yeah, Marvel Spotlight was Ghost Rider.
Okay. What was Werewolf by Night? The early Werewolf by Night in?
Was it Journey into Mystery? Journey into Fear?
No, that was Thor.
Marvel Spotlight.
It was Marvel Spotlight.
Was it Marvel Spotlight? Okay.
As well,
because there was Marvel Spotlight.
Because they did the magazine size Marvel Spotlights too, with the black and white and gray tones. I had a Hulk issue. I had a Moon Knight. I got a Blade.
The Rampaging
I think they were like reprints of like the first appearances or whatever.
No,
but they were.
Well, not what I'm thinking about, like the Rampaging Hulk magazine that later became Hulk, just Hulk.
Yeah.
Is that the
that
one
was
where
all new material?
Is that the one where he's fighting the aliens and he's got the really hot chick that he's protecting?
Yep.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, dude, I got that one.
That was all new material. That was not.
Really?
That was not.
I thought that was a
reprint.
Wow.
Yeah. Now they might have
And then I got the Blade, the same kind of format, and I got the Moon Knight in that same format.
Yeah, that's early Moon Knight.
Yeah, dude, that's very early.
I think the Moon Knight and the Hulk was a backup feature.
I'm not sure, but I think that might have been Neil Adams drawing them in that first one. I'm not sure, but
Neil Adams did the cover to the first Moon Knight. Yeah, I have that. I think you said you didn't have that, but I bought it.
But I got the Spotlight, the magazine issue, and I think that's probably more of a rare book even than Moon Knight #1.
It probably is. It probably is. Yeah. Well, I can't tell you what a gut punch that was. I'm glad you read that. It's like, oh yeah, I had this missing.
We're actually still feeling it, man. I got him all the way down to the scrote. Oh.
Ask to cancel order. Yeah. It's too late to cancel this order. Please contact the seller if you can work something out. I just bought the thing, you know.
Bastard.
You bastard.
Dude, I got a feeling you're already dealing with a dick.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be an 8.5. Can it have an 8.5 if part of it's cut out and missing?
Yeah, I don't know. That's questionable.
It may be too early to
Coupon, if you cut a little coupon out of it.
It's incomplete.
It was
Dude, that shit makes a big difference. Like those, what was it? The Mighty Marvel.
The value.
If it has
the
3D,
stamp. Yeah.
it has 3D, you know, glasses missing out of it.
Mm-hmm. Or you remember late 80s, early 90s, they started doing trading cards that were attached into the comic. When they were like perforated, you could pull out the.
Right.
But if you pull them out now, you know it's not mint anymore. So.
Because it was part of it.
Right. Yeah. And that's why, like, even because like all the polybag stuff that came out in the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. And then a couple of years later, all this news came out about polybags. Like, it's so bad for your book. So I unbagged all of mine, but I kept the original polybag and everything together, and I just put the polybag on the back side of the board and the comic on the front of the board, and, you know, the card or whatever came with it.
That particular book also has a Marvel value stamp, and you have to make sure the Marvel value stamp is included and that they haven't cut that out.
Yeah, so you might be missing 2 chunks of it, right?
Well, now it says Marvel value stamp in the
description.
The title.
Okay. Yeah. So he's trying to use that as a selling point instead of the first appearance of Wolverine. That's all that is.
Yeah, and Wolverine advertising missing Marvel value stamp. I'm not even sure if he's saying the stamp is gone too. Pencils by Ron Williams, inks by Mike Esposito, script by Gary Conway, pencil by Rich Buckler, inks by Chick Stone. And it gives you a synopsis of it. Only let's see, the letter page contains Marvel value stamp number 880 Ghost Rider, and also an ad for Wolverine's debut in Incredible Hulk 181. Now, see, he gives you the write-up, but it doesn't contain that because in the title, you know, it says advertisement missing. But it down here in this item description, it is all that is a generated description. He didn't type all that in.
That's the artificial intelligence.
Well, right, yeah. So he just looked up the description of the book.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's one way to do it.
I mean, I should have been. Yeah, that's not the best way to do it because it can be misleading. You know.
Dude, for me, it's like if I'm gonna let a book go, I want to know.
Well, exactly, the thing is,
what I'm letting go. You know.
I mean, I've sold a lot of comics on eBay over the last few years, and if there's any stamps cut out, pages missing, whatever, photograph them and put them on.
You should disclose that, right? And he didn't. He just showed the front and back cover, and that's what I was looking at.
Describe it in the description as well, so people can make their own mind up.
You know, exactly. I should have been more closely, you know, looking to that.
Because especially with eBay, like if you get a complaint from a customer, they always take the customer side.
Oh
And-
yeah.
And often,
I've never had a complaint yet, but I've heard other people say that they've sent stuff that was
Oh yeah,
pristine.
customer is always right with eBay. I mean, they
Mhm.
rarely side with the dealer, and the dealer's the one doing all the work. I've talked to them in person, so has Elfie.
Well, didn't you say you got screwed on a deal?
Oh, I've got screwed multiple times. Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
I've still got the receipt up here to where that one person would not pay me. I had to file on them. 2 weeks later, they filed on me, got their money back, and got the original plate for Amazing Spider-Man 129, the first Punisher cover, first appearance of Punisher.
Fucking oh my god!
They said I destroyed it. It was a fake. Okay, where's the authentication? Was I notified? No. I asked eBay, when were you going to tell me this? They said never. It's none of my business.
Wow.
That's my private property. Yeah, but it was a fake. Okay. I could have took them to court over there, but it's not worth it.
You got proof?
Yeah, but dude,
if it had been a $300,000, I would have took them to court. Absolutely.
Yeah, if it would have been a $250,000 book, sure, let's go to court. But it was probably what, $30-$40 maybe.
Yeah. And eBay would have said, okay, we were wrong. Here's your settlement, but you'll never be able to sell on eBay again because we reserved the right. You've been a dick to us. So there goes, more than what the item was worth, in sales.
Right.
So
now you got no choice but to go to Shopify or something.
Right. Right.
Which I hear Shopify is pretty good, actually.
Well, I have a Shopify store, and I will be. This is here in the next few days, hiring somebody because they're more technical, if I can, to walk me through to show me how to really jazz that thing up. And we will be getting up T-shirts, and I want to do a Shadowhawk T-shirt too with your emblem there that your daughter did, and we're going to make jigsaw puzzles. We're going to have Devil Flyer T-shirt available. We're going to put all kinds of stuff up on there. I want to make several, at least 3 or 4 jigsaw puzzles for people that want them, and also for my mother.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah, because your mom likes jigsaw puzzles.
She does. She would be so proud. My son made this.
Oh, dude, can you imagine if she lays that out at the table over there at the retirement home and be like, hey, hey, girl.
And when we get it put together, she'll probably glue it and they will frame it and she can put it up in the room.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I signed on.
And Harold Bancroft, he's the first one who did a puzzle. So
you can go over to Shopify, and for the first 3 months it only costs you $1 a month. I did that. I put up some ash cans. Didn't really find the time during the campaign to snazify it and make it look professional, but I will. They charged me today for the full amount, which was I think about $30 a month, and so we're going to be, if I'm being charged that, I will definitely be starting to put up some. The good thing about that, they have templates, like if I want to do a Devil Flyer shirt, I just have to supply them with, say, John Dillard or John Falandes or Jimmy Reyes's cover, and they'll put it on a t-shirt for me. And I don't have to ship anything if I sell it. They've got the template. They
take care of the shipping and all that good stuff. Yeah,
and they get a percentage, and I get the rest. So,
it's actually, from what I hear, it's even with all that they do for you, it's less than what eBay takes. So,
yeah. Well, Sim first turned me on to that. He was on here a year or so ago, right? Talking about you should get a Shopify.
Yeah, where's Sim been lately, man? I'm fucking worried about that.
He didn't even show up. He didn't even show up Saturday for Red Dress Press. And
I know he wasn't there for Sugar Chris, man.
But now, Sugar, he hadn't been streaming regular lately, so I can't blame Sim. Too bad.
Wow.
Although I busted him out a couple times while he wasn't.
Dude, come on. If you had to take a couple of weeks off, and then I didn't show up for like a couple of weeks, after you came back, you'd be like, "What the fuck, Shadow?" No,
Right.
no,
Well, yeah, but not. I couldn't.
don't
blame you
fucking yeah,
too much.
don't tell me that.
Okay. All
I
right.
mean, Sims Sugar's co-host, man.
Yeah,
You're
but
supposed to be there.
Different. You're different.
I'm dedicated, dude. That's what I do.
You're closer. You're an American. You are dedicated. You're the best co-host out there for sure. Okay, here we go. Sims Natverse number 2.
Welcome to the Natverse.
$116 pages or more.
Don't get me wrong, I miss Sim. I want to talk to the boy.
I like this Metal Valkyrie character, and what I like most about her are the tendrils, whatever's going on there.
Yeah, she's really cool.
I mean, look at this. We're going to give her a blade, but we're going to give her a big blade,
If
everything's
you're
over
gonna
the top.
give her,
Look at the size of that blade.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I don't even think they make knives that big, to tell you the truth. It's just so over the top.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you got stabbed with that, that would be a chest compression. You know what I'm saying? It would be like.
Oh, dude. Well, that's one shot, one kill. That's a knife that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. If you stab somebody with that, no, it don't matter where you hit them.
They're coming in half. Yeah.
You get him in the leg, he's still fucking him up.
See, that's cool. Where he's got.
There's Rose. All right, officially 5 days, people, until my 18th anniversary. Oh,
18 years of living hell on the dark side with Mama Hawk.
18 years.
Come over to the dark side.
Doom and destruction under the thumb of Mama Hawk.
And get back to doing laundry.
I gotta go cook dinner in a minute, man. Don't get my chores mixed up.
Well, that's all right. We got started late, and Elsie's on the chair stream mode, and we are cutting against the grain today and doing things a little bit differently. So, and I did want to talk to you behind the scenes, Shadowhawk, here in a minute.
Oh, yes, I'm glad you reminded me of that because I need to speak with you as well, sir.
Okay, you're gonna choke me out. Okay.
No.
Anyway, we're gonna get out of here as soon as Texas Dave.
Jesus, Rex, why do you assume it's gonna be bad?
See there, he went straight to it. He didn't make a joke. He just he could have said eat magic mushrooms and keep collecting, or something. But that's not the way his mind works.
Dave is far too cool for that, man.
He is yeah, I mean, see, now that's the difference in approach, Dave.
Yeah, me, I'm more.
How much you want for that? He's like straight in for the kill. Would you consider selling that? And Shadowhawk's like, I like Dave's collection. I cannot do that, Dave. Would you? Dave's so cool. He's much, it's smoother. He just sneaked up on you and then.
I'm sorry, I have to cut off your life support, Dave.
I'm sorry you're going to
leave you me. That film Lord. Who wants to buy these? Then?
Look at that telephone book there. Yeah.
Oh, mackerel.
If it was Rogue Trooper, I might take you up on that.
Are those all the one you were showing us earlier, Dave?
Yep.
Yeah, they're all these.
Holy shit!
That's what he was holding up when you were talking about the book, and I was like, "No, man, he's got a whole stack of those things that he's."
I didn't even realize he had a stack that fucking fat of those things. That's awesome.
Ooh, show the back of that one, Dave. Show the back of that one with the advertisement.
Oh, is they free what?
Look at
that! Free.
Wow.
You will never see an ad like that again.
No.
Free toy guns.
So how would that work, Dave? Would they
I
package it
love
with
it.
it? Would it come polybagged with the gun?
No, it was loose inside the comic, and this is the actual issue.
Oh, so it would probably be flattened paper or something that you put
Yeah.
together, right?
Yeah, it was just like a cardboard.
Wow, like a cardboard gun.
But
Wow.
I'm
Really?
afraid,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, you remember they had the giant, like, you could build a tank in your backyard. And it's like
Yeah.
60
Exactly, or a
bucks.
submarine.
Yeah, it
your
was just
backyard.
a big folded up chunk of cardboard, and the first time it rained, it was gone.
Exactly.
the free gift is not in the issue.
Shadowhawk, before I shut it down, you want to pop out and come back? You're starting to reverb a little bit.
Sure, I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
And we'll wait on Elsie to get back. You want to show another few of those, Dave?
Yeah, I can do.
They're
Yeah,
not near as heavy on your arms.
They're a lot lighter, Rex.
But how's the weather been there? Has it been cold there where you're
Uh,
at?
It's actually getting slightly warmer now.
Okay, all right.
It
Battle
was
by
about
moonlight.
it was about 18 centigrade today.
So this was a war comic.
Yeah, it was all war
Yeah,
stories
and
inside.
is this close to like treasury size?
No, it's bigger than comic book size, but not as big as a treasury size. So
Okay.
there's that one. There's that one.
Those are
Yeah,
pretty
this-
cool because they use limited color.
That's right.
Yeah. Most of the color would have been on the covers, like this
Yeah,
one,
you got a splash of color inside.
like red, black, and red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at something like this, you can see what Frank Miller did in Sin City was not really that. A lot of this stuff had been
Yeah.
out before, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
So there were limited color covers, as you can see.
Right,
Absolutely.
I'm back. Is that
All right.
better?
You bet.
All right.
Oh, nice. Look at that kick to the jaw, dude.
KO kick.
Right.
Pow. That's a friggin' neck breaker right there, man. King.
What's the guy asking for these?
I think he's looking for around about £100 for the 40 odd issues.
Which would be over
About
$100 for us.
$125, $130.
Yeah, about 130
You
bucks
got
American.
shipping- then you got shipping to the States, but yeah, if
Yeah.
you're willing to pay 150 plus.
Yeah,
for
so
these.
you're probably looking somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 bucks else for all of them.
But they're
Really?
in-
Wow.
They're in pretty nice condition though, as you can see.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude, a stack that big, the shipping from supposedly if you're shipping from England somewhere else, it's cheaper than shipping to England. So I
Is
don't
it?
know. I could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah.
The
Find
link's
out where-
right
I
above there
care.
if you want to come in.
Okay.
After
Sorry,
this.
Glad you came in, dude.
Find out how much it costs to ship them to the USA to Jackson, Tennessee.
Wow. All right. So Apex
Look at this.
Comics.
I was
All Apex
ready to throw down. Bam.
Okay. Well, I mean, make a sale. It's just demanding, Would you?
Yeah, I can find out the postage cost for you.
Didn't ask him. Just figure this up for me. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Sorry. My bad.
Well, I mean, there's a way to approach that. Dave? Would you consider looking?
I'm sorry if I
but
did
it-
something out of
It's
line.
like, yeah,
I'm
look,
sorry.
do this, do that. That's what Apex does, and it drives me nuts. Sorry, Apex, but it does.
I
All
was just
right.
trying to help him out, man. Take care of it for him.
Like I say, they're in nice condition, really.
Oh, dude, yeah, those things. I mean,
Beautiful.
For as
They're
old as they are and
Oh,
everything,
they're
they're
great
beautiful.
condition. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you'd probably be hard pressed to find, and they're probably he bought them off the stands himself, right? So he's been the only person that's owned these, right?
Yeah, it's probably a one owner collection.
One owner collection, right? Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
mean, dude.
So
Yeah.
no.
And generally,
You
those
can't
are
ask,
gonna be
you
in-
can't
in
ask for much more than that, you know,
No,
when
he
you're
kept
buying.
those in good shape, you know.
Yeah. And dude, those look at the size of those things. It must have been hard to keep those
Oh,
in
that's
that
like a
good.
treasure edition.
There's not even
Yeah,
a
it's,
crease.
Yeah.
twice as big.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Well,
They don't even make boxes
bit.
that size for fucking comic books.
I know it.
No, they don't
Yeah.
make bags and boards for these.
I'll make my own.
Is that meant to be on the cover, Dave, or was that color break?
What's that?
The last issue you just showed, those two big white slashes on. I think that's meant to be there. Isn't it?
That's meant
Yes,
to
it
be there.
is.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
gunfire. That's the
Yeah.
gunfire from the Nazis.
Oh, it's them. It's them shooting him. Oh,
Yeah, from behind.
okay. I didn't see the detail at first. I just saw
That's
the
cool
white.
how
screen.
they put them in silhouette, you know, but put them in green.
No,
One man army.
One man army. This is he got a grenade in one hand and a Thompson in the other. Say, hell yeah. Well, dude, I figure, you know, if you're gonna go to war, if I ever go to that point where I'm gonna have to kill somebody, I'm not holding back. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this might be too violent. No, fuck all that.
That's why they call it. That's why they call it war.
Exactly.
War's,
I mean,
war's
it
messy.
is what it is. It's like you gotta
fight a
stab
war
somebody
to
in
win
the
the
eye.
war, right?
Imagine
You
this,
fight the war
Shadow.
to win a war. Blast
Imagine
the
this,
Japs.
Shadow.
This is amazing that we're calling them Japs in more than one issue in the 70s. And that
No,
people
not
didn't
really.
think-
Yeah, 19.
No,
19
in the 70s,
1976.
dude, people still weren't that sensitive about that kind of shit. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Still watching
I mean,
Archie Bunker.
fuck, dude, Jerry Lewis used to do the Japanese character.
But
in
I
a couple
know,
of it.
but I don't think in American comics we were calling them Japs, were we? Were we?
Oh, dude, we were, dude, fucking Green Lantern had a Chinese guy as a sidekick, and he called him Pie Face.
Oh, I know that, but that goes way
I
back
mean,
to the 50s.
fuck, dude, that's a fucking racial slur. I'm sorry if you want to be sensitive about it. I mean, I always thought it was funny. It don't bother me. But
What's for dinner?
Awesome.
What's for dinner?
I have no idea. Mama Hawk's home tonight, so
Yeah,
she's cooking good.
It seems like a chicken pot pie night to me.
Oh, dude, it's so awesome. Mama Hawk's work has been like all chaotic, and they've been losing a bunch of fucking
Look at
people and
Maya
stuff.
back there. She's just kind of like roaming around.
So they need somebody reliable. So they've moved her on to pretty much straight days now. So when I get home from work, either Mama Hawk's already home or she'll be home in like 30 minutes.
So she can
And then
have
we
dinner and laundry done by the time you get home. Sweet.
Well, we get to plan dinner together. I always help her cook and whatever. But dude, it's nice.
Look at that one.
I've been doing this shit 5 days a week by myself for 3 years, man. I come home and I figure out what we're doing for dinner, and I cook. I fucking stream with you.
Right.
I do. I've been doing all
had
that.
a bullet hole in it.
What's that?
The skull even had a bullet hole in it. That was a particularly nice skull cover there with the swastika behind it.
Oh yeah, look at that. There's a nice crack coming out the bullet hole.
I mean, the skull looks a little goofy, but you know it's cool.
Well, it's because it doesn't have a bottom jaw.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
That's it.
These
It
are
always
not.
looks goofy
These,
when,
these are
when
nice,
you don't.
Dave. I just like the process of limited color
A
printing on these.
fistful of
Yeah.
death. Look at that title, dude. Fucking fistful of death. That's awesome.
Oh, they're great, man.
Airborne assault. Look at that shit.
You know,
See,
they
this is
should have.
when comics were cool, man.
For that issue, hold that one back up, Dave, if you would. For that one, they should have changed the logo just for that one, and since he's a paratrooper, sort of bend the logo like it's his parachute.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been cool. Yeah.
Would have been, wouldn't it?
I may have to incorporate that.
Still though, dude, that's a great cover. I mean, just look at the fucking names of these issues.
Tommy Atkins, like from the Tommy gun,
man.
probably.
Bayonet charge. You know what fucking bayonet warfare was like, dude? That shit was, oh my god.
The Shadow. Imagine this. You're getting ready to graduate. You're fixing to go. You said, okay, I graduate. I'm in the draft pool. I'm fixing to go to Vietnam. I said, I'm 18. I said, they dropped me in the jungle with a gun. I'm shooting everything that moves. I don't care.
Fuck yeah.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
That
Well,
looks
I
like a
ain't
movie
nothing.
poster.
Then I'm
That-
crawling around with a
Goddamn.
knife.
if a
Whatever.
goddamn leaf blew around me, I would be fucking putting a couple of rounds into it.
That's right, buddy. I'm telling you.
You kidding me?
I'd run out of rounds and I'd have a knife. I'd be crawling around.
Die,
Yeah.
Acorn, die.
Man.
Now, did you actually go to Vietnam, Al?
No, like I said, I was graduating and fixing to go, and then Nixon
Oh, okay.
abolished it. I made it out by a month.
Holy shit,
was-
bro!
it was
I'm
weird.
glad you didn't. Dude, I'm
I
telling you,
had
man,
I had a
my
lot of friends that
ex-father-in-law-
went. I have
my
a lot of friends
ex-father-in-law,
that
Eddie,
went, brother,
man,
and they aren't the same. And
one
some of
of
them
my
are
best
alive.
friends in the world. But he was a door gunner on a Huey in
Wow,
Vietnam.
that's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that.
And
Look at that.
dude, I'll
That's a
tell you what.
fighting tiger. Yeah. I think it's a fighting tiger.
Oh, look at that! Yeah.
Wait. I'm serious, Dave.
Yeah, don't worry, Owsy. I'll get a price for the postage for you.
And he's over on
Good.
Facebook. I don't know if he
I'll,
follows.
I'll
See,
give
and
you
that-
an email.
And that's another thing that started in America that nobody really talks about.
Yeah.
But before then, like warplanes and stuff, they would have their insignia for the country they were in or what have you.
Oh, that's a good one.
But
They're all good.
but nobody ever put like a pinup babe on the side of the plane or a
Right.
fucking shark mouth on the
If the
that
book
was
is
a
this big,
totally
you gotta
American
wonder,
thing.
if the book was this big, you got to wonder what the original artwork, what the size of that was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
this
dude, it was probably huge.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Mhm. Yeah, these are about treasury size. This is,
They're
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah,
some of them.
yeah, those
This-
things are.
and
This
and
one's-
I know what I was going to ask you, Dave. How many of these are there
There's
in that
40,
stack? 40.
40.
40 of them. Okay.
40, and they're all consecutive numbers.
So
So it's,
right.
So
it's where does the
so-
numbering start at, Dave? Does it start at number 1?
No, it doesn't start at number 1. It starts at number
Golly,
62.
look at that. That's just a ream of newsprint.
It starts at number 62 and runs up to 100. Plus, you get this one for free because this is a later one.
Oh,
Okay.
so cool.
1983. Wow.
All right,
So-
Elsie. Send Dave some money.
41 at about $200. Let's say.
will.
Oh,
That's
they kind of work out at about £2.50 an issue in our money.
Right, which would be about $5 a piece or something.
Yeah, something like that. So,
Right.
And I know
no,
Elsie
I
would
think
pay
about
that.
four-
You know,
475.
so
but
about
that's
100.
that's
so,
before shipping. Yeah.
yeah,
gotta put in
so I
shipping.
think it probably work out about $125 plus postage.
Yeah, he might get it for under 150. Those are worth that probably. you know,
Hmm.
especially
Man,
being.
Well, like I
tell
said,
me.
I mean,
You
depending
tell
on
me,
what
okay, Dave?
postage is like.
Yeah.
If I was sending that big of a stack from here to England, then
Mm.
it would be easily $70 in shipping.
Yeah, that's the weight of them.
Easy,
Yeah.
probably
That's the
even
weight
more.
of them. Yeah, that's a
You go ahead
freaking
and
tree. That's
saran
a
wrap those,
That's gotta be
okay? And
about what,
get you
2-3
a box
pounds,
All right,
David.
ready and just get them
saran
ready.
That probably
wrap.
weighs as much as your cat.
Everybody's talking at the same time. I couldn't hear what
I'm
I was saying.
sorry. Yeah.
It's all right.
I was just
I'm
saying,
sorry.
David, just go ahead and get them ready, okay?
I'll see what I can do for you. I shall get a price, and then I can
Elsie
send a
says
message to Rex and let him know,
Okay.
and then he can pass it on if
Yeah.
you like.
Yeah, Walter
All right,
Danley. He's Walter
who's the white
Danley on
nipple that
Facebook.
snuck in here?
That's
What's
Carrie.
that?
Anyway.
That's Carrie. She's been waiting patiently to talk to me.
Oh,
after the show.
Terry. Ah,
Oh, okay.
We made 2 hours. Wow. Okay. So since we actually got to
Okay.
showing those things.
no problem,
Um,
Elsie.
So Elsie
Thanks,
says,
Dave.
sold. I have added to my war collection because he that's what he read growing up, that and the
Well-
creatures on the loose and things
Well,
like that.
these are obviously UK comics, and it's all UK art.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a great collection. It's a great
Oh.
Which
collection.
makes it even more valuable here in the States.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Desert Hawk there.
Beautiful, man. I love
Dude,
it.
it's so cool.
Just that these
Oh,
things
yeah.
didn't
I
fall
just-
apart and get
I
lost.
I love that
The graphics, man.
40
Oh.
issues, and they're all in that kind of shape, dude. And it's just newsprint.
Oh,
How the hell did this guy manage to keep these things this nice?
yeah.
Mm-mm.
He read them,
Put 'em in the
up,
drawer and
didn't do
never read
nothing
'em?
with 'em. He might have
Well,
read 'em,
he
put 'em
must
up,
have found like
that's
a
it.
custom sized box or something, right? And like fucking put them in
Yeah.
there and sealed them up and just
Mhm.
because, good lord, dude. I mean, even if you just had those things sitting around,
They're beautiful.
you know, there would be more yellowing and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean-
because it is newsprint. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
considering they're nearly 50 years old, they're in pretty good condition, to be fair.
Hell yeah, bro.
And just finding those. See, when you can buy a lot like that, that's great, because when you buy them individually, you're paying individual shipping, and even
Well,
if
that's
it's
it. Yeah.
even if it's like you know, something you're buying in the States, it's still going to
Yeah.
cost you a small fortune in shipping to, you know, have stuff shipped to you. Even
Yeah,
locally.
even if it's only $2 a pop, dude, 40 issues, that's $80 just in shipping. You know.
That's it.
It's gonna cost more than that.
Yeah.
Well, I know. That was just I was just throwing out an example, though.
Yeah, just like
Separately,
baseline.
yeah. Way more.
But like I'm saying, even if it was only $2 a pop to fucking, it would still be $80. That's a chunk. You know.
Yeah.
It is. It's
And,
always
you know,
best to buy them as a bundle, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, because if you're trying to even find these issues and put them together, and you're going to get varying, you know, they're all about in the same condition.
They are.
Which is very, you know,
awesome graphics, man.
you're awesome. Yeah, you're buying it for the
All right. Well, and I've probably told this story before, but it's been a while. But like the first complete collection I ever bought that I ever found. And it was shortly after I discovered comic book stores, because it was early 80s. And, you know, comic book stores didn't exist until like 1980, 81. So I went into this guy's store and he had the complete Journey into Fear, Journey into Mystery original series from the early 70s, which was the Man-Thing 1 through 12, and then Morbius 13 through 33. And it was like $349, dude. I'm like 16 years old, right? You know, $350 to me is like
a fortune.
huge. You know,
Mhm.
And I was like, could I put it on layaway?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. I was like, what do you need today? He's like, $40. I'm like, here. And then I just went back religiously every time I got paid and gave him another fucking few bucks until I got it paid off.
Right.
Dude, that's one of the things I will
Yeah.
never get rid of out of my collection. I've got 1 through 33 of Journey into Mystery / Journey into Fear, and it's one of my favorite collections on the face of the earth.
I've got a few of those. I don't have a complete collection. Like, and when you piecemeal it
Oh,
like
dude,
that,
all those early Morbius issues and all that Man Thing. Oh God,
oh yeah, Gil
so
Kane
good.
covers, they're wonderful. You know,
Oh,
early
dude,
Morbius.
those bulgy eyes and the freaking slavering fangs that Gil
And
Kane
that
used to be.
upturned Gil Kane nose.
Yeah, it's almost like a skull nose, right?
Well,
You know, like almost.
my very first thing was one of those Marvel Curtis magazines that was Vampire Tales #5 that had the origin of Morbius reprinted probably for the very first time right after it came out in
Oh, that's
Amazing.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You told me
so
that
he was
before, I
my
forgot.
first. He was my first Marvel character. Really, was Morbius.
Wow.
And my second one was my actual first comic was Werewolf by Night Annual #2 with the Frankenstein monster in it. So those are the first. The monsters is what I started off with, and then I discovered the Avengers and other books. You know.
Well, and that's the weird thing, dude, too, because my very first comic book was that Rampaging Hulk, the magazine size issue.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad just brought it home one night, and it was just I read that shit and I was into it. I thought it was a monster book. I mean, the Hulk is a monster,
right? And he was
I didn't know
created.
he was supposed. I didn't know he was supposed to be a superhero.
He was created to be more like a Frankenstein, or
the first
Jekyll and
5
Hyde.
years. 5 years of my comic collecting are all just monster books. I didn't give a shit about fucking goddamn superheroes.
Well, Shadow, I walked in and saw Joe Kubert, Sergeant Rock, 25-cent book, and went nuts.
Joe, 25 cents?
80-page giant. Yeah.
What was it?
An 80-page giant, 25 cents.
Oh, I would have felt bad about even buying that.
Yeah, well, I got a silver quarter, and I walked into
he's killing me. I can't take this. What was the title? Do you remember?
80-page giant, Sergeant Rock, all out.
Sergeant Rock. I missed that part. Forgive me. I just did not hear that part.
Okay, I forgive you.
Okay.
But I'm saying I was just, overthrown by that Kubert art. I didn't look at anything else. I just grabbed it and went to the register.
Well, that's the way I was with George Perez. Texas Dave, what was it for you? Was it a particular artist that got you collecting? Or character?
I'd have to say, I would have to say Gene Colan myself.
Okay. Was that the Tomb of Dracula series?
Yeah.
Was that?
Oh,
was
dude.
Yeah. Plus he's Daredevil.
Plus it's Daredevil stuff. Okay. How about you, Shadowhawk? Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Well, like I said, for me, it was all monsters. I started, like I said, I didn't realize Hulk was supposed to be a superhero. So for me, that was a monster book. Shortly after that, I found reprints of the early Bernie Wrightson Swamp Thing, the Swamp Thing saga.
Okay.
And that's when I really just fucking zoned in on comics. I was like, this shit is amazing.
All right.
Right.
And then for years, I collected, monster books until I discovered, like X-Men, Avengers, Spider-Man,
What about me? What does he think?
Me is a she.
Or she, me, he.
I think
I
she's
think you're
waiting until
silent.
we end.
I think Texas Dave had one final thing to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Rex, can you send Elsie my messenger link so as I can contact him that way?
I'll tell you what.
I don't do Facebook that much. He's under
Look,
Walter
look.
Danley, or
All he's got to do is
he'll walk
end
me
this,
through it.
What?
Yes,
and
I
I'll
can.
get your email, and I'll tell you it's simple what I need to do. It's real simple. Unless you
Unlike
don't
that
have
explanation. I'll be right back. I'm going to heat my coffee up, and then we'll end it.
Ah,
PayPal. Do you have PayPal over there, Dave?
Okay.
I'm just saying, after I could
Yeah.
tell you what's
Yeah,
up, man.
you're on PayPal, right, Dave?
You don't
I
have
can
to get
send you
mine.
my email in the private chat if you like.
Yeah,
Elsie.
private. Yeah, we're not.
Right.
I just wanted to make sure you had
Yeah,
it. I'm not.
Yeah, don't
right
drop
now.
it in the regular chat.
What's
Poor
that?
Dave will be getting
They
all
don't
kinds
need
of
to-
crazy shit in his email.
I give him mine too. I mean,
No,
they
I can do it. I
And
can do it in the
well, half
private
of it will probably be for me, so it don't matter.
I'll just type it in while you're talking.
Yeah, Dave and I are Facebook friends, so we trade stuff back and forth every now and again. I think it's Facebook, right, Dave, or is it Instagram?
I got Facebook.
I don't know, dude. I got Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever you want to fucking call it.
That's all I got,
Instagram.
Well, Rex. Well, when I was going to say, Shadow, when Rex sends me the link for the show, he sends it on Messenger to me.
So that's Facebook then. Yeah.
I've just
I
sent.
That's where I
how I
thought
do
I
it,
saw most of your stuff that day. But like I said, I'm subscribed to so many people and I bounce around to so many chats. And
because what I do is I share the eBay stuff that I'm selling on Facebook.
Okay, Dave, I'm Walter Danley on Facebook.
What's that?
I'm Walter Danley on Facebook.
And that's DANLEY.
Yeah.
Okay. LEY, Dave.
That's correct.
I'll write it down. Hang on.
Okay, Walter Danley. I'll send me a friend request, guys. Man, I'll be your friends, man.
So it's DANLEY. DENNLEY, is that it?
One N. DANLEY.
Right. I'll have a look, see if I can find you.
Yeah, shouldn't be hard.
Now, since we're talking
all things, ain't hiding from nobody.
No,
since we're talking about all things, well, maybe we're not talking about all things British, but anyway, Dave, Alan Class.
I love you, Rex.
Oh yes, I recognize them.
Yeah. Do you have some of those?
I used to have. I haven't got any anymore. I've sold them, but I used to have them.
Yeah. Some of these might look familiar to you. I just thought I had them down here that I would show you a few examples.
Yeah.
Some of them go way back. I mean, that's 6 pence. 6 pence none the richer there. And here's a actual Marvel one. That's now what is the pricing on that, Dave? Do you know?
It's 1 shilling, which is
1
5
shilling. We were trying to figure that out.
Yeah, which is
was it in the early 70s that the
shilling is what, like a
okay.
That's the equivalent of a penny, right? And like 25 shilling was 25 cents, Dave. Basically,
a shilling a shilling became 5 pence.
Okay. So a shilling
Hey,
was
Timothy.
basically a penny, like
No,
a
a shilling was 12 old pence.
See, that's so fucking weird. How do you
It
keep
was
track of your
confusing.
God?
And
Well, put it
this is
this
How do you
way.
TG
keep track of your shit when it's if you do it by fives or tens, that's one thing. But no,
Yeah.
let's do it by 12.
Well, the thing is, you see, like that's before we went decimal.
Wow.
And then it
So-
became even more complicated.
Probably during the Nixon years, I like that because it has a diver, like Downcast diver, on there. It's Steve Ditko here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude,
Then
speaking of Downcast
the
issue
Traveler.
number 4, I believe, is up right now on Indiegogo and on my comic.
It is.
You guys
yeah.
go check out Clint. He's a really good dude. He's kind of gotten a little bit fucked over by CG a little bit. I don't know. He had an argument with somebody and things just kind of went south. But Clint's a great dude. It's a really good book, solid story. The artwork is amazing. Back that guy.
I don't think you can see this, can you?
No, it's glare. Oh, there we
Hey.
go. Yeah, that's
There we go.
him. That's
Is
him
that
right
you
there.
at the top, Elsie?
That's me. Yeah, that's
That's
me.
you.
Yeah, the top one, the round
Yep,
one. Yeah,
that's
with the
him.
stained glass.
Right,
I
I'm
did
going
the
to add
face.
you as a friend. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Send me a friend.
There you
I'll
go.
have
Y'all
to-
two connect. You need to connect. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll have you
Shadow,
bought
you
out
do
by
the
in the
same thing?
year, Texas Dave.
So again?
All those books behind you, he'll have you bought out in a couple years. So
No, I'm keeping them.
you're keeping them. Okay. All
I
right.
wish.
All right. We're gonna get out of here. Since Dave already said it, and Shadowhawk's got to go off and do his meal. And
No,
LZ,
we need to hang out backstage for a few minutes, Rex.
well,
Yeah.
I and Carrie are going to. Yes.
Yes, and also me.
Okay. Well, I can't shake you. Okay. All right. Well, LZ, you say the thing. You know the thing.
Keep collecting.
Bam, nailed it in one.
Hell,
Keep collecting.
And I've just sent you a message, Elsie, so you should
Thanks
get
everybody for coming in. I think today.
All right, buddy.
thanks, Dave.
Oh
Always
my God.
lovely to see you,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I got
it. No
it.
problem. Good.
All right, man.